Interesting. 16-year-old like you did now. You're going? Okay, perfect. Megan, can you hear us? So I said, well, we're glad you did too.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we will all rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Tammy, will you call the roll, please?
Carrie Armagost. Here. Megan Dreher.
Here.
Jennifer Fife.
Here.
Diane Page. Here. Corey Sherman.
Here.
Linda Southworth.
Here.
Jermaine Stump. Here. Kelly Terwilliger.
Here.
Mark Patel.
Great, thank you. Did everybody have a chance to read the minutes, and are there any changes or corrections?
Make a motion to approve the
Second.
minutes.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, any public participation this evening? Seeing none, we'll just move right over that. Presentations, we had that at the workshop meeting, so everybody is aware of that information, correct? Good. All right. Any board concerns this evening? Look at me. I didn't look at you. I was moving around the room. I wasn't focusing on you. All right, moving right along. Are there any items in the consent agenda that anybody would like to have removed for consideration separately? All right, hearing none, would anybody like to make a motion?
I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, moving right along. We do not have Mr. Bertel here this evening as he had to work. Kelly, could you do the finance and purchase, please?
I can, certainly. So I'm going to lump A through F together to approve and authorize the pay the bills and the report of receipt, the activities report, the first program report, the elementary activity account, and the elementary yearbook activity account. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. So we were just trying to decide, we're going to break for an executive session here before we do personnel. And initially we were going to go to the boardroom and allow everybody to stay here. But with Megan on the phone, we're going to flip that and have everybody else go to the boardroom, and we'll stay here so we can keep Megan on the phone.
I think it's, yeah.
Let us know when you're ready, Aaron. Thank you.
Okay, good. We have a little man for a moment. Okay. Thank you for indulging our executive
Pay no
session.
attention to the man behind the
Yeah. Carrie, will you take personnel?
Sure. Item A, consideration to approve the request from employee number 368 to use intermittent FMLA leave maximum of 12 weeks for pregnancy and aftercare of his wife and newborn baby due September 1st, 2021. Supervisor to be notified of the days requested to be off. FMLA time off will be counted as days towards contracted days. However, there will be no pay for the days used. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All right, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter B, consideration to approve the request from employee number 70 to utilize FMLA leave upon exhausting all sick, personal, and emergency days. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter C, consideration to approve the letter of resignation as a paraprofessional from Ashley Ruth dated July 22nd, 2021 as attached. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter D, consideration to approve advertising in-house for the vacated full-time aide position. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter E, consideration to approve the letter of resignation as athletic director from Dr. Scott DiTullio dated August 4th, 2021 as attached, effective on or before September 30th, 2021. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter F, consideration to retroactively approve advertising for the vacated athletic director position. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor?
Letter G,
Wait,
oh, I'm sorry.
opposed? Abstentions? Motion
We
carries.
only got 7 pages to read.
Okay, motion carries.
Are we good?
Yes.
Letter G, consideration to approve hiring Dave Sherman upon receipt of all appropriate documentation as athletic director at a supplemental salary of $7,355, contingent upon his resignation from his track coach position. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And I abstain. Motion carries. Sorry.
Letter H, consideration to approve hiring Mike Weigel upon receipt of all appropriate documentation as head girls golf coach at a supplemental salary of $1,237. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Consideration to retroactively approve the letter of resignation as head junior high football coach for Matt Gagliano dated July 25th, 2021 as attached. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter J, consideration to advertise for the vacated head junior high football coach position. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter K, consideration to approve hiring Gavin Guntram upon receipt of all appropriate documentation as assistant junior high football coach at a supplemental salary of $1,521. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter L, consideration to approve hiring Sarah Little upon receipt of all appropriate documentation as a Title I instructional aide, coming in with 1 year of experience, contingent upon 60 workday probationary period at an hourly rate of $14.05. Upon completion of the 60 workday probationary period, the hourly rate will be $15.05. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter M, consideration to approve hiring Kaylin Schaefer upon receipt of all appropriate documentation as a part-time 3-hour per day light duty custodian, contingent upon a 60 workday probationary period at an hourly rate of $14.88. Upon completion of the 60 workday probationary period, the hourly rate will be $15.88. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter N, consideration to approve the request from Ryan T. Wilson upon receipt of all appropriate documentation to be a volunteer with the junior high football team for the 2021-2022 school year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter O, consideration to approve the request from Matt Fish upon receipt of all appropriate documentation to be a volunteer with the junior high football team for the 2021-2022 school year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter B, consideration to approve the request from Jada Collins upon receipt of all appropriate documentation to be a volunteer with the varsity cheerleaders for the 2021-2022 school year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter Q, consideration to approve the request from Bob Bowser upon receipt of all appropriate documentation to be a volunteer with the girls golf team for the 2021-2022 school year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter R, consideration to approve the request from Julie Myers upon receipt of all appropriate documentation to be a volunteer with the junior high and varsity cheer programs for the 2021-2022 school year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter S, consideration to approve the request from Megan Dehart upon receipt of all appropriate documentation to be a volunteer with the following athletic teams: cross country, junior high girls basketball, and junior high volleyball for the 2021-2022 school year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Letter T, consideration to approve the donation of a violin and keyboard from Linda Solinger in memory of her son, Jamie Solinger. Jamie graduated from AC Valley in 2000. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We'll do them all in one. You can do those all.
Okay. So, motion to table letters U, V, W, and X until the September voting meeting. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, Jameen, will you do the next section?
Instructional services, so the elementary report. Well, the final weeks leading up to school have largely been occupied with finalizing transportation for me. If we between last Thursday and today, Jody and I met with all the bus and van contractors to go over rosters and their stop-to-stop forms for their routes. But daily, I have calls coming in with new babysitters or whatever, and change of stop, so that's pretty much a never-ending tweak until the first day of school. We are gonna send out all calls on Thursday is what we're hoping for. We hope it will be pretty much in place by Thursday, so we can send out information about routes and times to families per bus. So if your child rides bus 8, you would get a bus 8 all call. Tomorrow at the elementary school, we start kinder camp from 9 to 12 tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow they will get the experience of having a grab and go breakfast. Stacey Redding and her crew are going to be providing that. And Wednesday, their special events will be a logger visit and lunch here in the cafeteria before they leave. We have 36 of our 45 kindergartners registered to attend. So we've got a very good response to it. I hope everything goes well the next 2 days. This Friday, August 20th, 16 of our elementary staff will begin letters training provided through RIU 6. And that will be a virtual session for the first one. The remainder of them will be on in-service days throughout the year. Speaking of Logger, today I confirmed that Logger and Miss Marshall will join us once again for the 21-22 school year. They will begin visiting classrooms the week of September 20th. And to all of you, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to attend the 2021 CASA Leadership Conference in the Poconos with David and Bill. It was a very beneficial conference and a fantastic way to earn our required Mills hours for our certifications. We get a lot out of those kinds of trainings. And we said our favorite part is the networking too, where you get to talk to other schools and see how they're handling some of the same things we're doing. So thank you very much for that opportunity. That's it. Busy week ahead, but I'm looking forward to the return of the staff and students next week. That's all for me.
Thank you. Secondary report, Jordan.
As mentioned in the board motions tonight, August 23rd is our 6th grade new student orientation. Just so that the public knows, I actually did send letters out to all the 6th graders coming up into 7th grade. Now, it should be called 7th graders, I guess. It starts at 5:30 in the auditorium. We'll be discussing just things that to anticipate for those students, have them walk through their schedules, get to meet the teachers again, and get more familiar with school before it starts next week. Students' first day, of course, August 25th. My school, and just like down here, kudos to the custodial staff. They did a fantastic job on it. The school looks great, clean, ready for kids. So we're pretty excited. Just so everyone knows, due to COVID and the disruption in state mandated testing, student test scores are not available until August 18th for PSSAs and September 3rd for the Keystone testing. This is considerably late compared to any other year. As soon as those scores come in, we have access to those. We'll take a look at the data and begin the process of analyzing that and seeing what we need to do to make improvements. We will update the board at a later time once we get that, crunch the numbers, and figure out what that looks like. Finally, today is the start of fall sports. We are excited to see our student athletes participate. Wish them all the best of luck. We actually have 103 students that signed up for the sports rosters for fall sports. If you consider that in comparison to the percentage of students that we have at the high school, it's probably right around 40%, so that's fantastic. And we also have 8 new students to start the school year, so that's an improvement as well. Things are looking up. That is my secondary report.
Great, thank you. Federal programs report.
We will be meeting this week to close out the ESSER 2 grant. And we have a meeting tomorrow, federal programs meeting to work on the narrative for the ESSER 3 grant. That's all I have for federal programs.
Then we need to do this vote, we need to vote on this thing, the consideration.
Can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
I just want to give a shout out to Carrie Longo for completing that grant last week. She had an incredibly tough week with her family, and she still came in and did her job and did what was expected of her. So if you do see her in the community, please thank her for that. She has experienced some things that we would never imagine, so.
Thanks.
Okay, so consideration to approve the Allegheny Clearing Valley School District K through 6 school-wide Title I program handbook 2021 to 2022 and school-wide Title I school plan 2021 to 2022 as attached. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. A district report.
Thanks, Jameen. I'm going to start off with a review of the health and safety plan. I'm going to talk a little bit about the in-service agenda and then finish off with the emergency connectivity fund. Just keep in mind that we're coming back into school in a very short period of time with COVID rising in our area. And we're all well aware of the reports and the news stations and our county's designation. And just keep in mind that there's two major changes that we have. And one is we're not going to require masks at this particular time because we have a layer of mitigation efforts that we're planning on utilizing to ensure that everybody's safety. And then the social distancing goes from 6 feet to 3 feet. And that's really important, especially for the cafeteria. We can utilize one large area, we can provide better supervision and keep the kids separated. With that being said, the health and safety of our students and staff is our top priority, and we'll do our best to adhere to the Pennsylvania Department of Health and the CDC guidelines. Self-screening, we as a community, students and staff have to continue to monitor our own well-being and stay home when you're sick. And if you have the main symptoms, a cough, shortness of breath, difficult breathing, loss of smell and taste, that's one symptom that you should be staying home and contacting your healthcare provider. And if you've got 2 or more of the other symptoms, and we all know what they are, the chills and nausea and such, then you're supposed to stay home as well. And I do ask that everybody adhere to those guidelines. I think that's going to be the key to our success. If you experience any of those symptoms, please report it to one of the school nurses or myself. Reporting procedures. That's one of our goals here and a requirement through the Pennsylvania Department of Health that the nurses and I will continue to monitor our situation with COVID within the district. And we will report to the Department of Health, do the isolation and contact tracing and quarantining here locally as well. Proper hygiene, which I believe is one of the most important things we as a school district can do. We need to continue to maintain our well-being by washing our hands. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. Avoid touching your face and your eyes. Cover your mouth when you cough, and then wash your hands immediately afterwards. Mark and his crew continues to be diligent with the hygiene and does a lot of the high-touch surfaces within the building. And then we'll have Bill Allen come in here on the opening incident day and train everybody too, and review the chemicals and such within the cleaner. Face coverings, they're going to be optional. We are recommending them for anybody who feels that they're going to be safer if the students aren't vaccinated and the parents want to send them in with a mask. We're 100% in favor of that. But there's a number of people who are vaccinated and we adhere to the other layered mitigation that they're not going to be wearing masks, except for on transit. Anytime they're on a bus or a van, that is a requirement to be masked. So we will be working with the drivers to make sure masks are out there. But I do encourage the parents to send in a mask with their son or daughter. And we'll continue to clean. We will not be having the teachers wiping down desks in between periods. Rather, we'll have them monitoring their students coming and going, meeting and greeting students, check for mental health concerns. The custodians will continue to clean as is. That's the big change. We'll continue to have our 2 part-time custodians walking through, wiping down high traffic areas. Maintain social distancing. It's really important for us to stay separated. So at least 3 feet. We'll be outside when we can. We'll continue to monitor that particular situation. Down here in the cafeteria, we'll be separated as well, and we can get the kids around the table. I think Lori is going to have 4 students per table. Down here, 3 to 4, we'll continue to monitor that situation. CDC guidelines, we continue to stay up on the recommendations from the CDC. It is a requirement for us to wear masks on transit and then also report any kind of active cases that we have going on here. We'll continue to communicate and monitor our situation to our local community. We'll participate in the trainings, and then we'll stay informed in best practices. If you recall, COVID's changed and transmission changed, or at least how we viewed it. So as we continue to collect more information and analyze that data, then some of our procedures may change. But coming back into school, that's an overview of the health and safety plan.
David, can I ask that, before the school year starts, that you put the symptoms of COVID on the school website and on, not the website, but the Facebook page? Just so parents are aware.
Yep. Do that. On August 23rd will be the first in-service day. We'll start off here in the cafetorium. I did invite school board members if they're available. We'll begin with our staff breakfast. We'll review school board policies, handbooks. We'll do the picture. We'll have a cleaning demonstration by Bill Allen. And then immediately following Dr. Jordan and Mrs. Sherman, we'll continue on with the Act 13 training. There's a change in the observation practice that we do with our teachers. We remembered Act 82 of 2012. It's gone away in this new Act 13. So Bill and Lori are ready to present that. They'll break off into separate buildings and they'll review the handbook, do the BIS updates. We'll have lunch, we'll have a little bit of room prep, and then from 2 to 3, we have a motivational speaker, Jonathan Mooney, joining us. He's a world-renowned author, and I heard him speak last year, and the guy's absolutely amazing. He has a very inspiring story to present, and I can't wait for the teachers to hear that. And then we'll finish off that day with Jeff and Aaron doing focus training, and that's our student information system that they'll be updating the teachers with. Day 2, we'll have a special education update from Anna Smith and Justin Karam, and then we'll have some room time. Lori Kersey will be working with the elementary teachers, and then at the end of the day, we'll be working separately. The elementary teachers will work with our math coach, Trevor Howe. High school teachers will be doing room prep, and then the administrative team will be doing the threat assessment training. And then as I finish off today, Jimmy, I just want to review again, like what Lena said, we had a really important grant that needed to be submitted, and it was part of the Emergency Connectivity Fund, and that was based off our E-rate. So that program is a $7.17 billion program to help out schools and libraries. And we originally didn't apply for it because, if you remember, E-rate had that matching contribution. We didn't have money in the budget, but I attended the training, and you don't have that matching contribution in here. They have money that's ready to go. So immediately I called the team together, Jeff, Aaron, and Carrie, and we put a plan together. Carrie took the lead on it. Jeff and Aaron supported them, and we got it submitted. So we have a E-rate application that was submitted with just over $80,000 worth of technology and 125 Chromebooks coming in from not only teachers, but also students to be distributed. So thanks to Carrie, Aaron, and Jeff. And then as we conclude, I would like to thank the administration, Bill and Lori. They're doing a great job preparing for the fall, and the school board for everything that you've done as well. And I look forward to the start of a new school year. And Jimmy, that concludes my report.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Some things we have to do, vote on here. Consideration to approve the special education services agreement between the Allegheny Clarion Valley School District and the Cranberry Area School District as attached. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Consideration to approve the education services purchase of service agreement and business associate agreement between Allegheny Clarion Valley School District and Beacon Lights Custer City Private School effective July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022 as attached. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Consideration to approve the Capital American Rescue Plan, ARP, Act of 2021 Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, which is the ARP ESSER 3. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I'd just like to add that What I did was I made a change to that year one, and I eliminated the $78,000 for teacher technology because we have a Z-rate grant coming in, and I distributed that over 2 years. I put $25,000 year one for professional development, $25,000 year two, and that would be the 22-23 school year, and then 23-24 school year. And then I distributed the rest of that money in technology in year three. Overall, the $1,580,000 doesn't change. I just shifted a little bit of money because of the E-rate application.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Consideration to approve the following athletic handbooks: Coach's Athletic Handbook and Student Athletics Handbook. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Consideration to approve the charge of $2,626.58 per student for each sport that an outside cyber student participates in at AC Valley. The cost will be billed directly to the cyber school of record. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? And I just want to clarify, this is for each sport, not just for a
Yeah,
kid.
that's correct.
So they want to play football and basketball, it's that much per sport.
Yep. Okay.
Gotcha, okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Sorry. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Consideration to approve the revised communication protocol for coaches and parents as attached. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, policy. Corey, will you do policy?
I'm gonna put all these together since they're all second readings. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right. Mr. Milford, do you have a report?
First of all, I thank the school board for letting us hire kids again this summer. We had 4 kids that started and finished with us. Tara Stefanaji, Kayla Wolf at the high school, and Journey Dick and Caitlin Schaefer at the elementary school. They did an awesome job for us. We're grateful, and we couldn't get it done without the kids. Heidi Hobbs for mowing for us again this year. Heidi does a wonderful job. She's a hard worker. James, all the extra work he did this summer, and the custodians. I think it was good. Short summer, so they get shorter every year. There's always more and more seems that happen every year. I don't know. But the guys and girls do a great job. We got a great staff. Thanks to the school board for letting us hire our own kids to do our summer things. At the high school, we obviously the parking lots are all done. The painting lines are done. High school cafeteria floor is done. We did the end of the year pizza party for the kids last 2 weeks ago. Fire alarms was tested. HVAC controls at the elementary school. They're here this week finishing up all the classrooms. Hopefully we'll be at the rooms, classrooms, just really procedure stuff. In the offices. We had a large storm drain in the side lawn over below the community gardens. Heidi Bowen noticed a sinkhole. So we gained part of this excavator in. We started digging it up. We had a huge clay tile drain that was all busted, washing out. So we dug about 20 feet of pipe up and I replaced that this last month or so. That's all, that's fixed. Football fields are all painted and ready to go. They're after practice. That's all, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. All right, transportation. Lena, would you do that, please?
Sure. Letter A, consideration to approve the 2021-2022 contract driver list as attached. So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I just want to point out that at your seats, you have the most updated list. We met with the van drivers today, and there were 3 drivers that they took off of their list, so. Did you take it off this list? The list that's at your, it's updated table, right, Tam?
Yeah, the list that you got with your packet isn't what should be.
It said revised
should be
at
the
the
one-
top.
Should be the revised one that was on the table tonight. I just got this one.
Yeah, I mean, either way, if we approve the old list, then yeah, they're just not gonna drive.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Under B, consideration to approve the request from Pam Myers Transportation Incorporated to add Lisa Bobbert as a driver pending an interview with the administration. All other required documentation is on file with the district office. So moved.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you, Diane, I'm sorry. Moved and seconded, any discussion? Right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Under C, consideration to approve the request from Lynette Bobbert Trucking, or Bobbert Busing Incorporated to add Patricia Bobbert as a driver pending an interview with the administration. All other required documentation is on file with the district office. So moved.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, we're back to you, Kelly.
Okay, you want Diane?
Diane? Oh, Diane, I'm sorry, I'm just like missing you all over the place.
She's quiet
today.
over there.
I know, right, Diane, will you take us down?
You gotta get a big mouth like some of the rest of us.
Do we have the career center report?
Yeah, there wasn't much on the agenda last time, but they are making some building, just maintenance stuff. The industry's trying to make some upgrades with some of the grant money coming through, all the emergency stuff. So some HVAC, security, and just some building updates. So, but other than that, there wasn't much going on. So they're getting ready for the start of school, just like everyone else.
We have their immediate unit report.
We did not meet in July. We'll be meeting next week.
Do we have any correspondence?
No.
Technology committee update.
We have not met.
Athletic committee update.
We have an AD now. And second of all, Stacy Fox did say that she would coach the cheerleaders, but she still wants the position to remain open,
And advertise.
and advertised, so that she doesn't want to leave the girls hanging, so.
But she does not want the
She doesn't.
position permanently.
We re-advertised for that.
We did re-advertise for it and didn't get anybody, right? There were no
Yeah,
applicants.
I think it's still on the website.
Yeah, it's still on the website.
Finance committee update.
We didn't meet.
Okay, any old business? Any new business? All right, somebody want to make a motion to
I
adjourn?
make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you.
Great night, everybody.
Oh, she's doing well.